On January 20th, 2025, the American political landscape shifted as Elon Musk, the enigmatic CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, took the reins of a newly formed federal agency, the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE. Established by President Trump, DOGE was tasked with an ambitious goal to drastically reduce federal spending and streamline government operations. Musk, known for his bold pronouncements and unconventional approach, stepped into the role with characteristic zeal, promising to bring his signature brand of disruption to the often criticized halls of government bureaucracy. Musk's appointment as the head of DOGE was met with a mixture of anticipation and apprehension. Supporters lauded his business acumen and track record of innovation, arguing that he possessed the necessary skills to identify inefficiencies and implement cost-saving measures. Critics, however, expressed concerns about his lack of experience in government and his potential conflicts of interest, given his vast business holdings. Nevertheless, Musk's arrival in Washington, D.C. marked a significant moment in American politics, signaling a potential paradigm shift in how the government operates. Musk's appointment as a special government employee further fueled the debate. This classification, typically reserved for individuals with specialized expertise serving for limited periods, allowed Musk to retain his positions at Tesla and SpaceX while leading DOGE. While this arrangement enabled him to bring his private sector experience to bear on government challenges, it also raised concerns about potential conflicts of interest and the amount of time he could realistically dedicate to his government role. As Musk settled into his new role, the nation watched with bated breath, eager to see how this unconventional leader would navigate the complexities of government bureaucracy and whether his ambitious plans for DOGE would come to fruition. The stakes were high, and the potential consequences for the American people were significant. Only time would tell if Musk's foray into government would be a resounding success or a cautionary tale of ambition clashing with the realities of Washington, D.C. DOGE's mission statement was simple yet audacious: to identify and eliminate waste, fraud, and abuse within the federal government, ultimately reducing the federal budget deficit. Musk, in his typical fashion, set a lofty goal to cut $500 billion, or 7%, from the annual federal budget, a figure exceeding the entire budget of many government departments. This ambitious target reflected Musk's belief that significant savings could be achieved by applying private sector efficiency principles to the often criticized bureaucracy of the federal government. Central to DOGE's approach was the identification and elimination of what Musk deemed low-value or non-essential programs and contracts. This included a particular focus on areas such as diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives, foreign aid programs, and regulatory agencies, which Musk argued were bloated, inefficient, and often counterproductive. His critics, however, countered that these programs served vital functions, from promoting social justice to protecting consumers and the environment, and that their elimination would have far-reaching negative consequences. Musk's team within DOGE, comprised of a mix of seasoned government officials and private sector experts, embarked on a comprehensive review of federal programs and spending. They conducted audits, analyzed data, and interviewed stakeholders in a bid to identify areas where costs could be reduced without compromising essential services. While some government employees welcomed the opportunity to improve efficiency and reduce waste, others viewed DOGE's efforts with suspicion, fearing that the pursuit of cost-cutting would lead to job losses and the gutting of vital programs. Despite the challenges, DOGE claimed early victories, announcing the cancellation of several high-profile contracts, including a Social Security Administration initiative related to gender identity, which Musk argued was unnecessarily costly and outside the agency's core mission. These early successes, while relatively small in the grand scheme of the federal budget, fueled Musk's confidence and bolstered his public image as a crusader for fiscal responsibility, even as critics questioned the long-term impact of these cuts and accused him of prioritizing short-term savings over the well-being of vulnerable populations. DOGE in action: targets, cuts, and consequences.